Imagine living in an isolated town outside of the city with no friends or siblings, living all alone with my parents, who I might add are doctors, and I barely see them for more than 2 hours a day. What a life, you say, right? Yes, exactly. That's my life, because both my parents are doctors. My mother usually away most nights because she delivers babies, and my father works in the emergency room for people who come in with broken bones or heads. Well, where am I in all this? Nowhere, basically. I go to school, and if I'm lucky, one of my parents gets to drop me, or sometimes my nanny. I should say most times my nanny. She picks me from school most days and is at my house until 6 or 7 p.m, or until my parents get home. My entire life has been the same routine, and seeing the same mundane nanny who does nothing except give me food or drive me to and from school, and she's older now. Soon I'll be having my driver's license to drive myself. I'm in high school, and I'm very antisocial. I don't have much friends who I can say are my real friends. I don't have places to be or malls to go, as I live in a tiny town. Life here is so boring and depressing, mainly because of the fact that my parents don't have time for me, or that I don't have siblings, or that my nanny is too old. My parents decided on not having any more children after me, as they felt the workload was more than enough. I've cried to them, telling them how miserable my life here is. They understand, but say people's health is important, just as I am important. The town isn't big, so not enough doctors either. So is the excuse I've heard my entire life. You probably can't imagine how hard it is. I have one basic routine that I do every day, which is wake up at 6 a.m, get ready to be out of the house by 6:45, depending on who is going to drop me to school. If it's my dad, he'll be on the phone while driving me to work, and if it's my mum, she will talk to me a little, but then go on about how tough her day was and how many patients she saw. If it's my nanny, I'm just glad she can see at that age and can get me to school on time. I get back from school by 3 or 3:30. Sometimes I'm in no rush getting home, as I know there will be nothing else to do at home. At one point in my life, it was getting really bad that I stopped my nanny from picking me up. I would walk home from school, and that was one of the biggest improvements in my life. I would enjoy everything around me. But all that would fade as soon as I entered my house. Soon enough, my parents started to pick up on my mood and complaints from my nanny. She told my parents how important time is. Just as their work is important, I'm important as well, and how I need their time and attention. My parents changed their schedules and started to make time for me. It took some time for this to happen, but it did, and things were starting to get better. I felt more at ease and more confident at school. Not only that, I enjoyed coming home to home-cooked meals and conversations at dinner.